Chosen one, let me ask you something straight from the depths of heaven's whisper. Have you ever felt that strange, unshakable knowing deep within your soul that your life was never meant to be ordinary, that the path carved for you was never meant to be small, that even when the world overlooked you, heaven had its eyes fixed upon you? If you've carried that feeling, if you've walked through seasons where you could not explain why you were different, why doors slammed shut in your face, while others around you seemed to advance with ease, then hear me clearly. It was not punishment, it was preparation. You were not abandoned, you were set apart. You were not overlooked, you were hidden, preserved, and protected, because your time had not yet come. But now the time has shifted. The heavens have stirred, the vaults of eternal wealth have been opened, and I am here to declare to you, chosen one, it is your time. There is a sound that only a chosen ear can hear. It is not the noise of this world. It is not the chatter of those who do not understand your journey. It is the divine resonance, the heavenly vibration, the echo of eternity calling your name. For too long, you may have wondered if you were crazy to believe you were set apart, if you were naive to trust that your struggle had purpose, if you were foolish to keep walking by faith when others mocked you. But no, beloved soul, you were not mistaken. Heaven has been silent, but heaven has not been absent. The silence was only the stillness before the release, the deep breath before the declaration. And now the eternal decree has been spoken. Wealth, not just of coins and possessions, but of spirit, wisdom, influence, and abundance, has been released and for you. This is not by accident nor by human arrangement. This is by divine appointment. The forces that tried to bury you did not realize that they were watering the soil where your roots would grow deeper. The people who tried to silence you did not understand that their rejection was the exact condition that preserved your purity, keeping you uncorrupted for the hour of release. And this hour is here. Chosen one, I speak directly to you. Look at your life. Remember the nights you cried yourself to sleep, the days you questioned why everyone else seemed to belong while you wandered as a stranger even among your own family, the battles that left scars no one else could see. Those were not signs of your weakness. They were the proof of your election. They were the markers that you were never meant to blend in, but to stand out. They were the divine fingerprints that separated you for such a time as this. Do you understand? Every delay, every setback, every closed door, every betrayal, it all carried a hidden message. The enemy thought it was robbing you, but in truth, it was refining you. The adversary thought it was destroying you, but it was only forcing you into alignment with destiny. And now, when you look back, you will realize nothing was wasted. Not the tears, not the loneliness, not the silence. All of it has led you here to the threshold of eternal wealth. I need you to hear me, not with your natural ears, but with your spirit. Because what is about to unfold in your life will not make sense to the ordinary mind. People will look at you and wonder, how? Where did this sudden favor come from? Why them? Why now? And the answer will be simple. Because you were chosen, and because the time has come. The heavens have shifted and the divine ledger has been opened. Wealth, opportunity, influence, abundance. It has been written in your name from the foundation of time, but only now has it been released. Do not confuse this with mere prosperity preaching. This is deeper than material gain. Eternal wealth is not about what you can spend in this world. It is about what you can carry from eternity into time. It is the overflow of wisdom that guides nations. It is the abundance of peace that no storm can steal. It is the radiance of joy that no betrayal can quench. And yes, it also manifests in provision, in open doors, in resources finally flowing into your hands. Not so you may boast, but so you may build. Build the life you were called to. Build the mission you were sent for. Build the legacy heaven entrusted you with. I want you to look within yourself. Do you not feel it? That subtle trembling in your spirit? That unexplainable sense that something has shifted? That strange courage rising even after years of fear. That sudden clarity, even though the path is not yet fully visible. That is heaven testifying within you. That is the Spirit confirming, it's time, it's your time. Chosen one, in this very moment, I want you to let go of the lies you've been told about yourself. The lie that you were too late. The lie that you were not enough. The lie that you missed your chance. The lie that your struggle was proof of your weakness. Those lies have no power here. You were never late. You were hidden. You were never weak. You were being refined. You never missed your chance. You were being positioned for the right one, and now the right one has come. Lift your head. Straighten your shoulders. Breathe deep. You are stepping into a divine appointment that no human hand can cancel. The wealth of eternity, the wisdom, the favor, the opportunities, the strength, the joy, and yes, the provision you need, has been released into your atmosphere. You will not chase it. It will find you. You will not beg for it. It will seek you. You will not grasp at it in desperation. It will rest upon you with grace. Because this is not earned by human effort, it is given by divine decree. Hear me clearly. You are not watching this by accident. You are not here by coincidence. You were drawn here because the same Spirit that has been guiding your steps wanted to remind you of who you truly are. Heaven does not waste words. This moment is sacred, and the fact that you are here is proof that you are ready. Ready to receive, ready to step into what was always yours, ready to walk in the fullness of being chosen. So lean in, chosen one. Open your heart. Silence the doubt. Because before this moment ends, you will know with absolute certainty that eternal wealth has been released into your life. This is your confirmation. This is your divine notice. The hour has struck, the heavens have opened, and your name has been called. Chosen one, before you can fully grasp the weight of what has been released for you, you must understand why the path has been so difficult, why the storms were so relentless, why the rejection felt so sharp, why the silence of heaven seemed unbearable. For years, you may have believed something was wrong with you, that somehow your suffering was proof that you were forgotten, abandoned, or unworthy. But I am here to reveal to you the hidden truth. The intensity of your struggle was not a curse, it was a confirmation. Think back to your earliest memories of being different. When others laughed easily, you felt the heaviness of the world. When others were content with shallow things, you hungered for something deeper, something eternal. You were never satisfied with what satisfied the crowd, and that difference often made you feel alien. The truth is, chosen souls are rarely understood, even by those closest to them. The weight you carried was invisible to others, but it was very real to you. And here is why. Your spirit was wired for eternity, while most around you were content to live only for the temporary. That tension, the pull between the eternal and the ordinary, is what marked your life. It explains why people mocked your sensitivity, why they dismissed your convictions, why they whispered behind your back, labeling you strange, dramatic, or too intense. They could not see what heaven had planted within you. They could not comprehend the mantle upon your shoulders, and because they could not understand it, they feared it. And because they feared it, they tried to diminish it. But no amount of ridicule, no amount of betrayal, no amount of misunderstanding could extinguish the flame of eternity burning inside you. Do you remember the betrayals? The moments when the ones you trusted most became the very ones who wounded you. You wondered why God would allow such pain, why heaven would remain silent as you bled from invisible wounds. The hidden truth is this: betrayal was not meant to break you, it was meant to separate you. Just as Joseph was betrayed by his own brothers, sold into slavery and left for dead, so too were you thrust into seasons of isolation by those who could not recognize your calling. They thought they were discarding you, but in truth, they were pushing you toward destiny. Without their betrayal, Joseph would never have reached Egypt. And without Egypt, He could never have been positioned to save nations. Without your betrayals, you could never have been prepared to step into the wealth of purpose that now awaits you. And then there were the delays. Oh, how they tested you. Opportunities that seemed within reach only to slip through your fingers. Dreams that looked ready to manifest, only to vanish before your eyes. How many times did you cry out, "Lord, why not me? Why not now?" And yet heaven remained silent. But silence does not mean absence. Silence is often God's greatest strategy. He was not ignoring you. He was protecting you. Protecting you from premature exposure, protecting you from doors that looked golden but led only to cages, protecting you from people who would have mishandled your gift, your heart, your destiny. You see, the hidden truth is that chosen souls cannot move on the same timeline as everyone else. While others run quickly, you are slowed down, refined in fire, tested in deserts, pruned in secret. Why? Because your mission is heavier, your calling is weightier, your impact is broader. Ordinary vessels can be rushed through the process, but chosen vessels must be forged carefully, shaped with precision, prepared to withstand greater pressure. That is why your delays felt unbearable. They were divine investments in your durability. And still, I know you wrestled with loneliness. Perhaps you still do. You walk into rooms and feel like a stranger, even among familiar faces. You share your heart and feel the sting of being misunderstood, as if you are speaking a language others cannot hear. That loneliness has been one of your greatest battles. But here is what you must see. Loneliness is not the absence of people. It is the presence of separation. Separation from the crowd, separation from mediocrity, separation from the illusions that entrap others. It hurts, yes, but it also preserves. For the chosen cannot be shaped by the crowd. They must be shaped by the Creator. Think of David tending sheep in fields no one else valued. Alone, unseen, overlooked, even by his own father. When Samuel came to anoint a king, David was not even invited to the gathering. Yet heaven knew exactly where he was. Heaven's eye was upon him in the solitude of the pasture. That same eye has been upon you in your solitude. Others may not have called your name, but heaven did, and the same anointings that found David will find you. Chosen one, I want you to grasp this hidden truth. Your struggle was not random, it was prophetic. Every tear you cried was counted. Every rejection was recorded. Every battle was measured. You have been walking through a divine script written before time began. The enemy wanted you to believe you were forsaken, but in reality, you were in training. Heaven wanted you to see that your capacity was greater than you imagined, your resilience deeper than you knew, your endurance stronger than you believed. This is why you have faced attacks others never experienced. This is why the warfare around your life has been relentless. Because the enemy only invests energy where there is real threat. If you were ordinary, you would not have drawn such fire. The fact that you have been targeted so intensely is the very evidence that you are extraordinary. Hell does not waste its arrows on empty targets. You were marked, not for destruction, but for destiny. Chosen one, hear me. The struggle you endured was not because you were cursed. It was because you carry the kind of blessing that hell fears. It was because you carry the kind of assignment that darkness cannot stop. It was because you carry the kind of light that will pierce through generations. That is why you suffered more. That is why you were misunderstood. That is why you were isolated. And yet through it all, you survived. You are still here. You are still standing. And that survival is the loudest testimony of all. That you are chosen, that you are called, that you are destined for the wealth of eternity now being released over your life. So when you look back on your past, do not see a series of random tragedies. See the fingerprints of God shaping you, molding you, refining you, separating you. Do not see wasted years. See hidden years. Do not see unanswered prayers. See redirected prayers. Do not see silence. See strategy. Everything you endured was preparing you for this moment. Everything you suffered was making you ready for this release. Chosen one, you are not crazy. You are not weak. You are not forgotten. You are chosen, and the struggle you faced is the proof. Heaven's silence was never rejection, it was preservation. The hidden truth is this: while you thought nothing was happening, everything was happening. While you thought heaven was quiet, heaven was writing your name on eternal wealth. And now that which was hidden is being revealed, and that which was delayed is being delivered. Chosen one, now that you understand why the path has been so heavy, let me open to you the mystery of what is happening in this very hour. Heaven has shifted, the scales of destiny have been balanced, and the vault of eternal wealth has been released. But how can you know this is true for you? How can you discern that you are standing in the manifestation of what was once only a promise? There are signs, lessons, and revelations that heaven sends, and if you have eyes to see and ears to hear, you will recognize that they are already unfolding in your life. The first sign is the stirring within your spirit. It comes like a whisper, a quiet knowing that cannot be explained with logic. You may wake in the night with a sudden awareness that change is near. You may feel a strange peace, even when your circumstances still appear unsettled. You may find yourself dreaming bigger, daring to hope again after years of disappointment. This stirring is not random. It is the Spirit of God breathing upon you, awakening the dormant seeds of destiny that were buried by years of struggle. It is heaven's way of telling you, get ready. What you prayed for is not ahead of you, it is upon you. The second sign is the shifting of relationships. Have you noticed how certain people are drifting away while others are suddenly drawn to you? Do not misinterpret this as instability or loss. This is divine pruning. When eternal wealth is released, heaven removes the hands that cannot carry it. Those who were only in your life to drain you will fall away. Those who were meant to sabotage your spirit will find no place in your journey. At the same time, God begins to align you with destiny helpers, those whose presence brings clarity, strength, and opportunity. It may be a mentor, a friend, or even a stranger who speaks a word that ignites your faith. This shift in your circle is not coincidence. It is the orchestration of heaven, positioning you for the abundance you were chosen to steward. The third sign is the breaking of cycles. For years, you may have felt trapped in repeating patterns, doors closing at the last moment, relationships ending the same way, finances rising only to collapse again, joy appearing only to vanish quickly. But when eternal wealth is released, those cycles are broken. Suddenly, the same efforts that once produced nothing begin to yield results. The same prayers that once seemed unanswered begin to manifest swiftly. The same dreams that seemed impossible begin to unfold step by step. The breaking of cycles is not just chance. It is the proof that the curse has been lifted and the blessing has been activated. The fourth sign is the clarity of vision. Have you noticed your spirit sharpening, ideas flowing more freely, a sudden awareness of purpose, even if the full picture is not yet visible? This is another mark of eternal wealth. Wealth is not only measured in material possessions, but in the abundance of insight, wisdom, and strategy that heaven imparts. When you begin to see differently, think differently, and discern differently, it is evidence that heaven has entrusted you with wealth that transcends money. It is eternal wisdom that guides nations, builds legacies, and transforms generations. Do not dismiss the ideas rising within you. They are divine blueprints. The fifth sign is divine alignment. Doors that once refused to open begin to swing wide. Opportunities that seemed distant begin to knock on your door. People you never expected to meet suddenly cross your path. And here is the mystery. It will not feel like striving. It will feel like flow. For so long you fought, pushed, begged, and chased. But now things begin to fall into place as if orchestrated by an unseen hand, because they are. This alignment is the hand of heaven, ensuring that what belongs to you can no longer miss you. But chosen one, signs alone are not enough. There are also lessons that must be embraced in this season, because eternal wealth is not merely a gift, it is a responsibility. You are not just receiving abundance for yourself. You are being entrusted to steward it for others, to build, to uplift, to leave a mark on this earth that reflects the light of heaven. The first lesson is humility. Do not forget the desert that shaped you, the nights of tears that humbled you, the seasons of lack that trained your faith. Eternal wealth is not given to exalt your ego, but to exalt the glory of God through your life. If you wear humility like a crown, you will remain unshaken when the abundance flows. The second lesson is discernment. Eternal wealth attracts attention, not all of it wholly. Just as Joseph's coat of many colors stirred jealousy, so too will your favor stir reactions from those who cannot comprehend it. You must walk with discernment, guarding your spirit, guarding your associations, guarding your time. Not every open door is divine, and not every smiling face is safe. But you are not left unprotected. The same spirit that guided you through wilderness will guide you in abundance if you listen. The third lesson is generosity. Wealth is wasted if it stops with you. The reason heaven entrusts you with abundance is because you have been trained to carry compassion. Your pain made you sensitive to the pain of others. Your trials gave you a heart for those who suffer. And now your abundance is meant to be a river, not a dam. As you release, heaven will refill. As you pour out, heaven will pour in. This is the economy of eternity. The more you give, the more you live in overflow. The fourth lesson is faith. Do not forget that the same faith that sustained you in lack is the same faith that will sustain you in abundance. Do not lean on your own understanding. Do not become intoxicated with what you see in your hands. Wealth in the natural can be shaken, but wealth in the eternal cannot be touched. As long as your faith remains rooted in the source, no storm can uproot what has been planted in you. Chosen one, these are the signs and lessons that reveal the truth of your current season. The stirring within, the shifting of relationships, the breaking of cycles, the clarity of vision, the divine alignment. These are not small coincidences. They are prophetic confirmations, and the lessons of humility, discernment, generosity, and faith. These are the anchors that will keep you steady as eternal wealth flows through you. If you see even one of these signs in your life, rejoice. It is proof that the vault of heaven has been opened in your favor. If you feel these lessons pressing upon your spirit, embrace them. They are the keys that will keep the flow unbroken. You have been prepared for this. You have been chosen for this. And now you are walking in it. Chosen one, now hear me with every fiber of your spirit. You have not survived all that you endured just to remain where you are. No, every scar, every sleepless night, every whispered prayer in the dark was leading you here to this moment of divine elevation, to this unveiling of your true identity, to the release of eternal wealth that cannot be stolen, tarnished, or diminished. This is your hour, and the heavens themselves are testifying on your behalf. You were not created to blend in. You were crafted to stand apart. You were not designed to barely get by. You were fashioned to overflow. The wealth now being poured into your life is not a token. It is a mantle. It is the sign that the kingdom of heaven trusts you to carry what many could not handle. It is the evidence that you have been found faithful, that your endurance has been weighed and found unbreakable. You were pressed, but not crushed. You were struck down, but not destroyed. And now the pressing has produced oil, the breaking has produced anointing, the fire has produced gold. I want you to declare it over yourself, even as you listen. I am chosen. I am appointed. I am not here by accident. Eternal wealth flows through me. Heaven has released what belongs to me, and no power of darkness can stop it. Say it until your spirit shakes. Say it until your doubt dissolves. Say it until the vibration of heaven aligns with the very marrow of your bones. For your words are not empty, they are keys. The same breath that God used to speak the universe into existence has been placed within you. When you declare truth, you activate what heaven already decreed. Remember the words of Deuteronomy. The Lord will open to you his good treasure, the heavens, to give the rain to your land in its season, and to bless all the work of your hand. You shall lend to many nations, but you shall not borrow. That is not just ancient poetry, it is a living promise. The rain is falling upon your land now. The work of your hands is about to prosper. The debt that chained you is breaking. You will walk not as a beggar, but as a lender, as one entrusted with resources to bless others. Chosen one, you need to understand something crucial. The wealth that heaven has released for you cannot be measured by earthly standards alone. Yes, finances will flow. Yes, opportunities will open. Yes, provision will find you. But deeper still, this wealth is eternal. It is the abundance of wisdom that cannot be bought. It is the overflow of peace that no storm can shatter. It is the radiance of joy that no betrayal can extinguish. You are not just wealthy in things, you are wealthy in essence. You are carrying an atmosphere, a fragrance of eternity that transforms every room you enter. Look around you. The world is shaking, systems are collapsing, darkness is growing bolder, and yet, in the midst of it all, you shine brighter. That is not coincidence. That is prophecy. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. Darkness may cover the earth, and thick darkness the people, but the Lord rises upon you, and his glory appears over you. You are that light. You are that chosen vessel. While others fear scarcity, you will walk in overflow. While others are consumed by chaos, you will carry calm. While others are bound by confusion, you will radiate clarity. This is why your life could never be ordinary. This is why the warfare against you was so fierce. This is why the enemy tried to break your spirit before you could arrive here. Because hell saw what you carry. Darkness knew that if you ever discovered who you truly are, if you ever embraced the mantle upon your life, nothing could stop the release of wealth and power flowing through you. That is why they rejected you. That is why they betrayed you. That is why they lied about you. But what they meant for harm, God has turned for good. Every plot against you has backfired. Every curse spoken over you has been reversed. Every attack that was supposed to bury you has become the soil from which you rise stronger. Chosen one, this is your hour to walk boldly. No more shrinking back. No more apologizing for your anointing. No more dimming your light to make others comfortable. You are the vessel through which heaven has chosen to display its glory in this generation. Stand tall. Walk with confidence. When you enter rooms, know that you carry the wealth of eternity within you. When you make decisions, know that heaven is backing you. When you speak, know that your words carry weight in the spirit realm. Do not fear the future. The same God who carried you through deserts will carry you through gardens. The same God who sustained you in drought will multiply you in rain. You are not stepping into this season alone. You are stepping into it accompanied by angels, empowered by the Spirit, and covered by the decree of heaven. And hear this, your story is not just about you. Eternal wealth is generational. What flows to you will not end with you. It will bless your children and your children's children. It will ripple through communities, transform lives, and leave a legacy that outlives your days on this earth. You are the pivot point. You are the one chosen to break curses, to reverse patterns, to rewrite history. You are the Moses of your family, the Joseph of your lineage, the Esther of your generation. You are the proof that God still intervenes in the affairs of humanity. Lift your eyes and see it. The doors are opening, the chains are falling, the rivers are flowing. You are stepping into a reality where miracles will no longer surprise you, they will surround you. Where favor will no longer be an exception, it will be your portion. Where abundance will no longer feel foreign, it will be your new normal. This is not fantasy. This is prophecy. This is the word of the Lord to you. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? Chosen one, perceive it, receive it, believe it. This is your time. Eternal wealth has been released for you, and nothing can take it away. Not the opinions of people, not the doubts in your own mind, not the schemes of the enemy. Heaven has spoken, and heaven's word does not return void. So rise, step into your authority, walk in your anointing, live in your abundance. This is the hour you were prepared for. This is the moment creation has been waiting for. And you, yes, you are the chosen vessel through which the wealth of eternity is now being revealed. Chosen one, pause for a moment and breathe in the words that have been spoken over your life. Let them sink deeper than your doubts, deeper than your fears, deeper than the echoes of voices that once tried to convince you that you were ordinary, forgotten, or cursed. Today, you know the truth. You are not walking through this life by chance. You are not surviving the storms by accident. You are standing here because heaven has been carrying you all along. Every tear you've shed was seen. Every battle you fought in silence was recorded. Every hidden act of faith was counted in the courts of heaven. And now the time for waiting is shifting into the time of fulfillment. Eternal wealth has been released for you. Do not mistake wealth for mere money. Oh yes, provision will come, abundance will flow, resources will multiply. But the wealth that has been spoken over you is more than gold and silver. It is the wealth of peace after a long war, the wealth of clarity after confusion, the wealth of relationships restored, the wealth of joy reborn after grief. It is the wealth of wisdom that cannot be stolen, the wealth of purpose that cannot be denied, the wealth of divine favor that causes doors to swing open where others find only walls. This is your inheritance. This is the confirmation of your calling, and as you step forward from this day, the very atmosphere around you will testify that you are marked, protected, and chosen. I know there were years when you wondered if heaven had forgotten your name. You watched others advance while you stood still. You saw people mock your faith while they seemed to flourish. You endured seasons where nothing made sense, where it felt like every prayer hit a ceiling and every dream died before it could be born. But hear me clearly. Those seasons were not punishment. They were preparation. The silence of heaven was not rejection. It was incubation. And now, just as the seed bursts forth after a hidden time in the soil, so you too are breaking through. The roots were hidden, but they were growing strong. The darkness of the soil was uncomfortable, but it was necessary. Now the light of favor has found you, and you will rise. Chosen one, this is your time. Eternal wealth has been released, and you cannot go back to the days of spiritual poverty. You cannot shrink again into the shadows where fear once held you captive. You cannot keep apologizing for being different, for carrying light in a world that prefers darkness. You were never meant to blend in. You were designed to stand out. The crown you carry may not be visible to human eyes, but in the spirit realm it blazes with fire. Every step you take from this moment will echo with authority. Every word you speak will carry the vibration of destiny, and every hand you lift in prayer will shift atmospheres and break chains that have held generations captive. The enemy thought your silence meant defeat, but your silence was only the stillness before the roar. The adversary thought the delay meant denial, but the delay was only setting the stage for acceleration. What took years for others will take months for you. What doors refused to open before will swing wide in this season, and the wealth that is being released will not only bless your hands, but flow through you to others. You are not called to hoard. You are called to overflow. Rivers do not drink their own water, they nourish the land. Trees do not eat their own fruit, they offer it to the hungry. And so it is with you. The blessings coming will not just be for your comfort, they will be for your mission. They will establish you as a light, as a refuge, as a testimony of God's faithfulness. So lift your head, chosen one. The shame is over. The wandering is over. The confusion is over. You are stepping into clarity, power, and abundance. You are no longer walking alone. Heaven is walking with you. Angels are assigned to guard you. Favor is assigned to follow you, and peace is assigned to anchor you. Every word that has been spoken in secret against you is being overturned. Every curse is being reversed. Every injustice is being answered. For it is written, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against you in judgment you shall condemn." That is your heritage. That is your portion. That is your promise. And so I bless you now. I bless your mind with clarity. I bless your heart with peace. I bless your hands with prosperity. I bless your path with light. I bless your home with divine protection. I bless your spirit with fresh fire. May you never again walk with the weight of yesterday's chains. May you never again bow to the lies of those who tried to diminish your worth. May you stand tall, radiant, bold, knowing that you are heaven's chosen. You are loved beyond measure. You are guarded beyond comprehension, and you are destined for glory beyond imagination. If this word has spoken to your soul, do not keep it silent. Testify in the comments. Declare boldly, "It's my time." Let heaven and earth witness your agreement with this prophecy. Speak it out, because what you declare in faith becomes established in your life. And if this message has reminded you of your true identity, let it not be the last time you hear it. Stay connected. Subscribe, like, and share this with others who need to be awakened. There are more chosen ones waiting to be reminded of who they are. Your engagement is not just support for this channel, it is a trumpet blast, sending this word further, reaching souls who are hungry for confirmation, thirsty for hope, desperate for light. And hear me, this is not the end of the journey. This is the beginning of a greater unveiling. In the days to come, more mysteries will unfold, more confirmations will arrive, more revelations will be spoken. The Eternal One has more to reveal, and those who are ready will continue to receive. So stay watchful, stay expectant, stay aligned. For what is being released in this season will not fade away. It will multiply, it will expand, and it will crown you with honor. Chosen one, let this be sealed in your spirit. You are no longer waiting for your time to come. Your time has come. It is here. Walk in it, live in it, speak from it, rejoice in it. Because eternal wealth, both seen and unseen, has been released for you. And no power in hell, no voice of man, no circumstance of life can take it away.